Good afternoon, Knicks Nation. Today, Sunday, February 9th. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. I hope your family's safe and healthy, that the needs of you and your family, in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health, are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with first responders who every day are saving lives. Those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that drive that evil industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, veterans, senior citizens, homeless in the United States of America, and millions of people around the world in even worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. I am admittedly not in a good mood today. The New York Knicks got embarrassed last night by the Celtics. It was actually the first game that I could not finish watching. I turned it off about halfway through the fourth quarter. Let me start off by saying two things. Number one, it is quite obvious the Celtics are the better team. It's quite obvious. Number two, I'm still going to pull for my Knicks. And I'm not going to take no half steps on that. Still going to pull for my Knicks. But I understand right now, the Celtics are the better team. Okay? I'm not going to permit anybody to take diarrhea craps on my Knicks. Some people like to kick people when they down. I see that a lot in Knicks Nation. Jericho Sims just got traded. And people were coming on my channel talking crap about Jericho. Supposed to be Knicks fans. And I tried to tell this one dude, I said, listen, try your best to not follow the rest of these idiots and doing two things. Number one, kicking the guy when he's on his way out the door. And number two, being negative about a guy that gave his all to the Knicks organization. See, I could see if Jericho was in trouble all the time, or if he was causing problems in the locker room, or if he was, half effort. None of that was true. So I don't want to hear nobody saying this is what he got all the chances and he need to go and blah, blah, blah. That's, save that for somebody else's channel. We support our team here, period. Particularly guys that we know give their all. What's up, Guilford McCormick, superstar, my brother, New York State of Mind, Anthony DeSeri, Donnell 140th Street, Brother Cherokee Indian, Yuri Ark, Vandemio, Andrew Abraham, Michael Drake, Ed Santana, J.R. Acosta, Jabroni Z. Now look, there's 30 games left. What's up, Royce, Jim Adino, Reggie Phil, Stoop Kid Studio? There's 30 games left. So they got 30 games to get their act together, okay? And they got to play Boston again on February 23rd in Boston. This is the thing, a couple of things, that there was too many things that was hitting me negatively watching that game. Too many things. First of all, we know that they had 4 days off between that game and their last game. 4 full days of rest. So there is no way they should come out the gate playing like this is second night for back-to-back, because that's what they started out with. That's problem number one I had. Problem number two, you would expect, I think it's reasonable for anybody to expect. No, I don't think so, Richard Baptiste. One of the next one's in Boston, the last one's in New York, because they had the first one of the season was in Boston, and last night was in New York. The next one's in Boston, and the last game they play in April, I think, against Boston, is in New York. So no, it's split. The thing is that you would expect that they would have looked at film of the Celtics. I mean, I think that's reasonable, right? You got to play Celtics in 4 days. That's your next game. This is a big game. I think it's reasonable to expect they would have studied film about the Celtics. I think so. And it would be reasonable to expect there's a scouting report. Teams scout each other. So you know what they're trying to do. You know even some of their plays. You know their tendencies. But when they started the game yesterday, it was like it was what you would expect. Like when they played the second night of a back-to-back, you're like, there's no energy to start the game. And Jason Tatum is one of the 5 best players on the planet. And when you get a guy like him going, you can't turn him off. So he comes out the gate, and what the thing that bothered me was in the opening 2 minutes, he flushed it. He went right past somebody and looked like he was climbing a ladder and flushed it with 2 hands. I said, and I was thinking to myself, y'all can't let him get going. You can't let him get going. Then he hits a 3. I think the first 5 points of the game were Jason Tatum. I was like, you guys can't let him get going. And by the time it was too late, that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, tell me if I'm the only one that saw this, but it looked to me that this cat Cater that comes off the bench for them, the African dude, he put grown-ass man energy on Cat. It looked to me that he punked Cat. He put grown-ass man energy on Cat and was dominating him under the basket. That's what it looked like to me. And I'm like, you can't let this dude come out like that on you, Cat. You can't do it. And so these couple things, and then honestly, I only saw one guy play defense. Yeah, Luke Cornett, y'all, was dominating Cat. Now, only one guy in the rotation played defense last night. That was Deuce McBride. I mean, am I right? He's the only guy that was playing defense. And he put so much energy on the defensive end of the floor, he wasn't being aggressive offensively. And that caused his shot to be off because he was the only one that was guarding Jaylen Brown and Tatum. He couldn't do both at the same time. So I was like, what the hell? Is somebody else going to play some defense today? And that I understood completely why Precious was taken out and Deuce started the second half. I understood completely. Precious, I don't know. Were they taking? Did they smoke something before the game? Precious just wasn't into it last night. Yeah, I hear you, Reggie Phillip. Then he should have sat because he got punked. He should have sat because he got punked by Luke Cornett and Cater. So I was like, and I'm trying my best. My wife is listening. She said, your team must be losing. I said, this is bad. This is real bad. This is bad. And you got to give the Celtics credit. You could tell they looked at the scouting report. They looked at film. They knew exactly where Jalen Brunson was going to be. They knew exactly. They had their eyes on Josh Hart. Josh Hart couldn't crash the boards. He couldn't get no free layups. None of that. They just wasn't having it. And poor Mikal Bridges. I thought he was going to call the police and press charges because he was victimized. He was victimized. Jason Tatum victimized that brother last night. Embarrassed him. So I was like, damn. And so I can't get nothing from Mikal. I can't get nothing from Josh. Jalen decided, I'm going to take over. And then the ball stopped moving. I think they had 16 assists the whole night. Listen, I'm being real. Y'all know I'm being real. I try to be real while still supporting my team. Y'all know me. I'm trying to be real, but I'm still supporting my Knicks. Okay, but I gotta be real. They got their ass kicked last night, didn't they? They got their ass kicked last night. And this is the thing that bothers me. It's like they had 4 days. They had 4 days rest to get ready for these dudes. They had film, they had scouting reports, and it was like they didn't do any of it. Man, I almost didn't do this pod today. I was so pissed. I went to the range. I was shooting my 12 gauge, and I didn't even feel like I was supposed to be out there for about an hour and a half. I think after 45 minutes, man, I'm tired. I'm going back. I was so pissed off, man. It's like Stefan is right. When the Knicks win, the food tastes better, right? When the Knicks win, the food tastes better. But the Celtics look like they first of all, y'all, if y'all play ball, there's such a thing as coming to play. What like there's a term, these dudes came to play. You know what that means? That means they came hyped. They came ready for war. They were prepared. They looked at the scouting report. They looked at the film. They knew what you was going to do, and they was jumping on it. That's what you got to give them credit. That's what it was, man. And I was like, dang. No, it wasn't Charm Boy. It wasn't Cat's inability to play defense. He was getting his ass punked. They're going, Luke Cornett and Cater took his lunch. It was worse than just not being able to play defense. They took his lunch money. They did to Cat what Mitch Rob did to Cleveland. They did to Cat what Mitch Rob did to Cleveland. Luke Cornett. That what was bothering me. I'm watching Cat curl up like a... And I'm watching dude snatch the boards over and boo him out the way and then get... I'm like, damn, come on, baby. I said, you can't let him do that. I mean, look. At least, right? Okay, you get 6 fouls. We know you're important and all that, but you got to send a message. If you 7-1, what, 250? You got to send a message. You got to send a message and let Luke Cornett or Cato or anybody else know. You come in here acting up, we're going to have some problems. That's the thing, man. So, look, 2 things. The Celtics are better than the Knicks. I am no longer saying I ain't afraid of the Celtics. They're better than the Knicks. Period. Could that change between now and playoffs? Yes. That's what I'm saying. Could that change between now and the playoffs? Yes, it can. Okay, it can. And I'm not even dealing with OG being out and Mitch Rob not being there. I don't want to hear that. I'm not even trying to hear that. You got to play with you got some heart and some pride. The thing is, as Knicks fans, we will always, and I put it this way, me, myself, I will always respect somebody that plays with heart. Always. I will always respect you play with heart. That's what we liked. I mean, the 1990s Knicks did not win a chip. But one thing, when you had Oakley out there, when you had Ewing out there, when you had Chris Childs out there, when you had all them cats, when you had Spreewell out there, wasn't nobody going to punk them. They might lose the game, but wasn't nobody going to punk them. That wasn't going to happen. Knicks got punked last night. That's what bothers me the most, man. That's what bothers me the most. I can't, right, Ant Mason, you can't, wasn't nobody going to punk them. You might beat them, but there's hell to pay, right? Oh, man. Man, nah. So, I don't know, man. All I could say is they got Indiana on Tuesday night. That's all I could say. They got Indiana on Tuesday night. They better get ready. They got to redeem themselves against the Pacers. I don't want to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. If your knee is sore, sit your ass down. That's all I'm saying. Don't come out there and then get punked and talk about your knee was sore. I'm not trying to have. I'm not hearing it. Okay. If you on the floor, you better be ready to play. And if you on the floor ready to play, you better come with it. Now, this is the first game this season that this was this bad for me. They lost some games that they probably shouldn't have lost. I agree with that, but they never got punked. This year, they never got punked. They got punked tonight. Cat got punked. Okay, and Mikal got victimized. It was almost like Mikal was in the jail cell with no Vaseline with Tiny, and he got victimized. He was in that 6x6 with Tiny. And what my man said, no Vaseline. He got punked. He got done. Man. Yeah, so they're gonna have to improve. There's no doubt about it. Now look, in all fairness, aside from the Celtics, I'm not worried about anybody else in the East. Now, look, I think I said before the season, and I still believe this. I had picked Boston as the top dog in the East, with the Knicks being second in the East. I did not expect the Cavaliers under Kenny Atkinson to do what they're doing. So, but Boston, I don't know, man. They're better than the Knicks right now. So see, Ruben Nunez is one of these bugging ass motherfuckers that come in here with bullshit. Look, fire everybody. What the hell's wrong with you, man? Because they lost the game, fire everybody. You should get fired, dumbass. Are you employed at all? Shit. Don't come in here with that. This ain't no. See what I'm saying? People start going overboard. They lost the goddamn game. So what? The Celtics better than them. Okay. Fire everybody. What the hell's wrong with you? It took 5 years for us to get to this point. You talking about fire everybody. Fire your drunk ass. Man, don't come in here like that today. Shit. This ain't the time. See what I'm saying? Fire everybody. Where his ass at? Fire everybody. I'm putting his ass in timeout like a little child. Getting on my last goddamn nerve. Fire everybody. Go to hell. Cripple, drinking, fool. What's wrong with you? Fire everybody. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Sadiq, you know what I'm saying? Fire everybody. You know how long? Oh my gosh, man. Look, it took us 5 years to get here. It wasn't no easy road. The Don made some strategic chess-like moves to get us right here. So we just ran up against a buzzsaw in Boston. They just beat our ass. I mean, it is what it is. So we have to get better. Of course, we need OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson back as soon as possible. And we got to get better, Yes, Michael Drake, I did notice that. That Woody is stepping down as head coach at Indiana. You know what it is, and this is one man's opinion, and I may not be right, but I'm glad to see the kids get paid, the NIL money. But I think it's ruined college basketball because you can't tell these kids, you can't tell these freshmen nothing. You tell them, I need you to run pro sprints. They're gonna tell me, I'm transferring, man. I'm getting in the portal. I'm getting 100 G's from the next school, So it's hard. It ain't the same, college ball has forever changed with the NIL and then with the transfer portal. I don't think they should allow kids to just be able to transfer and come to the next school and play the next year. They should sit out like they used to. That will cause them to think twice about transfer. That's why I'm noticing, if you notice, a lot of guys have like 3 schools on their resume, 3 college basketball schools on their resume when they come in. But that, I think that's what ruined it. Because how you gonna coach some kid making 200 G's for a sneaker deal or something, and he's telling the kid to do something, kid telling him where to go? It ain't that bad, York. I mean, we'll see. I don't see. That's what I'm saying. Don't start, please, y'all. Don't start making negative predictions based on that game. We agree that the Knicks are not as good as the Celtics. I agree with that. But don't start making it. That don't mean they're gonna get swept this year. That don't mean they can't play them in the playoffs. Yes, we got our ass beat yesterday. No doubt. No doubt. Are they better than the Knicks? Yes, they are. But let's not get carried away. Okay? Don't get carried away. Anything's possible. Rockabye baby is right. I mean, I'm saying we could, anything's possible. It's just not looking good right now. Like, I like the way Jalen Brunson answered the question that posed to him after the game. They said, you said that this game is a game to tell you where you at. And he said, that's right. He said, where you at? And he said, not where we need to be. Simple as that. That's exactly what it is. He said, where you at then? He said, not where we need to be. That's exactly right. And Jalen is right. I'm not one. I'm really finished trying to coach Tibbs. Some of y'all ain't. I'm retired from that game. I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised that Deuce started the second half. I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised. And I know why he started the second half. Because there was nobody on the roster that could guard Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum except Deuce. I mean, that's it. Jason Tatum is how tall? 6'6", 6'7"? And Brown is what, 6'5", 6'6"? And Deuce could guard both of them. And he did yesterday. He put so much energy on the defensive end of the floor that he didn't have nothing left for the offense. And so he kept getting shots and missing. But I was like, man, he's trying to guard Jason Tatum. He's trying to guard Jaylen Brown. Tatum 6'9". Oh, that's what I'm saying. Deuce was able to guard them yesterday. But he can't guard. It's like back in the time when the Knicks defense really sucked before Tibbs, when Mitch Rob first came. And it's like I would be sitting at the TV saying Mitchell can't guard everybody because nobody was guarding anybody. Mitch is guarding his man, trying to guard everybody else and getting in foul trouble. He can't guard everybody, And I felt like that last night. I'm watching Deuce trying to guard his man, trying to get back on somebody else's man. And you saw Precious get posterized because Precious was trying to help out Josh Hart, who got beat off the dribble. See, that's the problem. Josh Hart got beat off the dribble, and Precious came in to try to back him up. Precious caught the poster. Precious was the body that got bagged, with Jason Tatum with 2 hands. That was very bad. Oh man, so yeah, I don't know. I think you're right, Coach Hauser. And you know what, Coach Hauser? I don't think McCall would disagree with you. I don't think McCall Bridges would disagree with you. Because for daggone sure, he can't guard him. That's for daggone sure. He can't guard him. I actually thought myself is that if I was, they kept having Deuce focus on Jaylen Brown mostly last night. And he did a good job. Jaylen Brown wasn't the big factor. It was definitely Tatum. But they had Jaylen Brown, Deuce was guarding him. I wish they'd have had Deuce guard Tatum. And didn't help out if Tatum tried to post up, because that would have been better to me than what they was doing last night, because Jaylen Brown ended up with 12 points, 5 of 14. See, Deuce was guarding him. L2189, thanks for the $2. Defense wins game, bad. Exactly. That's what's happened, man. They come out the gate not playing no defense. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say Towns was a cone. What do you call it when somebody just takes your lunch money? It wasn't that Towns was a cone. He was, but I'm saying he was just punked. Like them big men, the 2 big men for the Celtics, Luke Cornett and Cater, Just dominated him. They just dominated him, man. It was like he was a soft little punk and they just dominated him. That's what the problem I had was. So yeah, I didn't like that part. If they beat the Knicks, let's say it was 131 to 128. All right, I could deal with that, because at least you in the game, you fighting them. You're not just letting them have whatever they want. But last night they walked into our house and said, what we want? Oh, we're going to take it. We're not even asking you. We're just going to take it. I don't care who's here. And they did. That's exactly what they did last night. Yeah, Josh was a step slow and he tried his usual stuff and it wasn't. Yeah, nah, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. Yeah, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool, man. I hope, and listen, this is the thing. This is one of them times where I tell y'all, don't bet against Jalen Brunson. He's been down these paths before. Don't bet against Jalen Brunson. That's all I'm saying. So I want to see what happens. I want to see how they respond. If Jalen Brunson, if y'all remember, when Jalen first came to the Knicks, he was telling Juju, who thought it was his team, what to do. He was letting Juju have it. You don't think Brunson gonna get in somebody's ass when they get back down there? Oh yeah, don't bet against Jalen Brunson. That's all I'm saying. And as far as Cat, listen, if your knee is hurting, sit down. Don't play. We'll figure it out. I'd rather him have sat than him played like that. The thing is, we get spoiled. When Brunson is hurt and still plays, we get effort. When Josh Hart is hurt and still plays, we get effort. Cat should have sat. He should have sat. He just shouldn't have played last night. We should have had Porty and Precious. He shouldn't have played. Period. Okay? Shouldn't have played. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. So if your knee is hurt, sit your ass down. We'll be all right. We'll figure it out. I'd rather that than come out there like that. And like I said, we get spoiled because every day, almost every game, Josh Hart questionable, and he comes out with 15 rebounds. He comes out running people down from behind, and he's questionable. Jalen Brunson questionable, and he gets 40. We're used to that. We're spoiled. Honestly, we are. We're used to that. So Cat was probable. So I was like, he's probable. Then they downgraded him to questionable, and then he decided to play. That was a bad move. That was a bad move. Yeah. Yeah. So Indiana on Tuesday. Let's see if we can come back against Indiana. And that's a back-to-back. Indiana on Tuesday, followed by the Leprechaun on Wednesday. And then they get the 8 days break. So, no, TJ Warren, no. People keep mentioning TJ Warren. I know he dropped 47 in the G League. So did Deuce. I know he dropped 42 in the D League. So did Deuce. But look here. TJ Warren has had big contracts in the NBA and sat a lot. Anthony Ambulance school a lot. Okay. And I don't trust him, number one. Number two, we really don't need him in terms of another body, especially when Mitch Rob comes back. Because we already got on the wing OG, McCall, right? Josh Hart, and then you still got Deuce that still runs on the wing too, right? And I think DeLon Wright might get a little shine. He got a little bit last night. He might get some shine, but we don't need another guy in the rotation. And to bring him up as the 15th man, right? To bring him up as the 15th man, now you're impinging on garbage time for Daddy A and Jacob Toppin. That's garbage time, 15th man. So that's Daddy A and Toppin. Don't y'all? Some of y'all pining for Daddy A to play earlier this season. Daddy A should be in the rotation. Where's Daddy? Well, you want him to play. You can't have TJ Warren play because then somebody gonna sit. Okay. So that's, I don't know about, to me, if you see TJ Warren playing, it means that either OG or McCall are out for an extended period. And that, my friends, would be very bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Okay. Yes, I'm saying so. But some people been whining for him to play, So I'm like, he could play garbage minutes. He gonna get a lot of DMPCDs. That's what I was telling y'all. Same with Hoop Porty, but some of y'all whining. The thing about Hoop Porty, and I was trying to explain this to somebody. Okay, Hoop Porty is going to be good. I like him. I think he's going to be good. But some of y'all are pushing for steps to be skipped. You cannot skip steps in a player's development just because you want to see him play. He's got to go through the steps. He's got to pay his dues. It will take him about 2 years, 2 seasons, this season and next season. By the time you get to his 3rd season, he's going to be a monster. Hoop Porty. And I'm going to be really, happy that he's here. But for now, any minutes he get is because we don't have Mitch Rob, Precious, or Cat are hurt, or something's going on. But you don't want to skip steps just because you want to see a guy. Okay. Deuce is an example of that. He went through all the steps that a guy's supposed to go to get prepared for where he's at right now. Hoop Porty's got to do that. Kolic's got to do that. Daddier's got to do that. They got to go through the process. So you can't just be tripping, and every time you have a bad game, you should play this guy. This ain't high school where you call Robbie benching off the end of the bench. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't do that. Not in the league. It don't work like that. Okay. In the league, you got to roll. And unless somebody gets hurt, you're going to be in that role. That's it. Okay. So hopefully nobody gets hurt for any extended time. And then, the Knicks will be, back to their regular 9, 10 guys that they got. So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying, Prezi, that's what I'm saying. You got to let guys develop. You can't be rushing them because you think they're going to be good. You ain't no scout. You ain't the coach. You definitely not in the Knicks organization. They ain't paying you to make decisions. So you got to let the Knicks do the process that they do. I see Hoop Porty's talent. I know he's going to be good. I know he is. He's young. He's jumpy. He's excited. It's kind of fun to watch him because he's so excited. You could just see it in his face. He's excited to play. But you got to let him go through his process, man. I don't think Shaman played last night, Guilford. I think he gave DeLon Wright the PT at the end of the game. Looks like if I'm looking at, let me see here, looking at the box score, I didn't watch the whole game because, like I said, I turned it off halfway through the 4th. I just couldn't take it. So DeLon Wright played 3 minutes. Shaman played 5 minutes. So they played together. Matt Ryan did not play and Kolick did not play. DMPCDs. Hoop Porty played 8 minutes, and Payne played 19, and Deuce played 35 minutes. So is what it is. Yeah. So both of those guys played. Samuel Rios asked an intelligent question. He said, "What adjustments should we make against the Celtics next time we play?" This is an excellent question. I like this question. So let's assume, and tell me if I'm out of bounds with my assumption. And okay, Samuel, my assumption is the next time we play them on February 23rd, we will have OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson. That's what I'm assuming, right? Is that a terrible assumption, or is that a reasonable assumption? I'm going to reasonably assume that we're going to have OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson available for the February 23rd game, because that game is in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, right? So 2 weeks from today, we should have Mitchell Robinson and we should have OG Anunoby. Okay, now I will have OG Anunoby guarding Jason Tatum. I will have McCall guarding Jaylen Brown. Okay. In my second unit, I'm going to have Deuce McBride come off the bench and guard Tatum. I'm going to have Mitchell Robinson guard either Cornette or that Cater dude. They ain't going to punk Mitch Rob. I'm guaranteeing you they ain't punking Mitch Rob. I will have a shorter guy guard Porzingis. I'm not worried about You know how they guard Cat with a smaller guy. I would have a smaller guy, not too short. I wouldn't have Deuce guarding him, but I would have like OG or McCall guarding him. And then this is what I want. I want Cornette to shoot. I don't want Tatum to shoot. Look, this is typical. Last night, let's look at the box score for the Celtics. Look at this. Jason Tatum hit 7 threes. Derek White hit 4 threes. Peyton Pritchard hit 6 threes. And the only guy missing was Hauser. But these guys are the usual suspects with respect to 3-pointers, right? You're talking about Tatum, Pritchard, right? And you're talking about Derek White. Those are the usual suspects from 3. I would really guard the 3-point line against them. Definitely. What I would want is I want Cornette shooting 3s. I want Jaylen Brown shooting 3s. I want Al Horford shooting some 3s. And he hit one last night, but I ain't worried about him. I want other guys shooting 3s. I don't want those 3 guys hitting 3-pointers against me. Okay, those 3, Tatum, Derek White, and Pritchard. You cannot let them shoot 3s. You got to guard them. Okay, that's what I would do. I would have that strategy. I would have Mitchell. Now, the difference last night, here's another assumption I'm going to make. If Mitchell Robinson was standing under that paint when Jason Tatum flew by Hart, he wasn't getting no two-handed dunk on Mitchell Robinson. I can tell you that right now. Okay, that would not have happened. He's not posterizing Mitch Rob. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, so that would be a difference. Okay, he ain't doing that. So that's all I'm saying. Mitch Rob, he can't hit a foul shot. He ain't got no low post moves, but he is not getting pumped by nobody. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mitch Rob, no, he's not. No, he's not. So, yeah. And I'm going to tell you what else. If Mitchell Robinson was sitting in that lane, Jason Tatum would have thought twice about trying to come at him like that. Okay, so we'll see that. So the thing I would do, I would focus on those 3 guys, keeping them off the 3-point line. I'm going to have Deuce guarding Tatum in the second unit. I'm going to have OG guarding Tatum in the first unit. Tatum has got to be contained. You cannot stop him. He's going to get 25 shots. Fine. But we don't want him hitting 7 3-pointers. You understand? And you definitely better guard that pain in the ass Peyton Pritchard. You got to guard him. He will kill you from the 3-point line as he did last night. Yeah. He started going, man. That was killing me. I was watching Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges get toasted by this dude. I was like, come on, man. Come on. And one time, I got to give Mikal a little credit. Mikal was playing him tough. Homie rose up from the logo. I was like, damn, what you supposed to do? Homie rose up from the logo. But see, by that time, it was too late. He was on now. You'd have messed up. Yeah. Homie rose up from the logo. It was ridiculous, man. Once you let him get going, a great player, when you let a great player have rhythm, you got problems. And that's what happened. They messed around and found out with Jason Tatum last night. They messed around and found out, man. So they can't do that. Cannot do that. Yes, right. L say you got to make these boys work for it. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. So those are the adjustments I would make. Tibbs did what he could last night, playing Deuce 35 minutes, but he needed somebody else to step up and play some daggone defense, man. Oh, man. Oh, that's right. Coach Hauser said that dunk set the tone for the whole team. It was physical. It was aggressive. It was in your face. Man. Yeah, I ain't listening to no TNT dudes. I gave up listening to them, period. I couldn't even listen to the dudes last night. I don't even know what they were saying on ABC. I had music on. I was hoping maybe I could play the right music and help them come back because this is not looking good, man. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it at all. Halfway through the fourth quarter, I said, okay, that's enough of this, man. I can't. I think Tatum hit a step to the side 3 from deep. I think that's enough of this, man. I can't. Yeah, I'll be like, man, let's change the music. Let's put another playlist on here. Let's see if something else will work. No, I'd rather have Cat start. I'm not gonna make no drastic. See, that's what I'm saying, Yuri. we don't need to make drastic changes as a result of them getting their ass beat last night. I know the temptation is there, but we don't need to make drastic changes. We just need to do better next time. Cat, did you hear Cat after the game? They kept asking him what happened. He said, "Well, I got to look at the film." I said, "Nigga, you got to look at the film. Just say you got your ass beat. That's all." On one cheek, you got an imprint of Luke Cornett sneaker. On the other cheek, you got an imprint of Cater sneaker on your ass. Those are your two problems last night. You ain't got to look up no film. Your ass better come back. You better play like you a grown man, because they came grown ass man on you. I was like, damn, they putting grown ass man energy on my man Gato. That's what I was saying. I got to look at the film. I said, look at the film. Man, you should looking at the film before the game. Oh, but girl, let's not go crazy. This is the first game this year Gato's been soft though. I mean, he gets called for a lot of offensive fouls because he's been aggressive, right? This is the first game he came out soft, and I don't know. Yeah. But I saw Cater bowl this cat out the way, snatch the rebound, and put the ball back up. And I said, no, he didn't just do that to Cat, did he? No, I said, damn, that wasn't Cat standing. That must have been Precious. Damn. Cat, how many points did he have? I don't even know. Did he score? He had 9 points. He had 9 points and 9 boards, and I don't even know how he got that. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Let's not use this. And again, I'm the first to admit the Knicks got their ass beat. I know they did. I'm the first to admit the Celtics right now are better than the New York Knicks. I'll tell you that. But let's not use this as an excuse to be totally negative. Let's not enter a dark hole because they lost the game to these cats. These are the defending NBA champions, right? I mean, we do know that. It ain't like they lost to, the 10th place or 14th place team. This is the NBA champions right here. Okay, so yes, they lost. You got to come back. You got to get ready, right? So these ain't no scrubs we lost to. This is a professional team on the elite level that got a chip already and looking for another one. Okay. Oh, Felicia Lee, I understand the man is 91 years old, but I'm going to miss him. He's one of my favorite all-time Knicks coaches, one of my favorite all-time announcers, Hubie Brown. Oh, my God. I have to be honest, I learned so much about the game listening to him. Just listening to him. I learned so much about the game. There's two guys I would listen to because I wasn't just watching what they would talk about in terms of the analysts, but I'm listening to learn. That's Hubie Brown and Jack Ramsey. When Jack Ramsey would be on the color analyst, I'm listening because I'm picking things up that I didn't realize before, and I was like, damn. And that's what taught me a lot about the game of basketball, just listening to Hubie Brown, man. See, and you don't get, I don't think there's not a lot of people in his position. I don't know if he's the color analyst. There's not a lot of people in his position that can teach a person watching the game. So you're listening to Hubie and you're learning the game because this guy was great. Clyde, we're spoiled because Clyde does the same thing. I don't think he's not like Hubie, but he does the same thing. Clyde is teaching you the game. He's teaching you about a lot of things. He talks about nutrition. He talks about a lot of things during the course of a game. But Hubie brings out stats that you didn't even know, and he brings out important stuff, and you'd be like, "What? Oh man, I didn't even know that." And but he's got to call it quits at some time. He's 91. I mean, what? You don't want him to die with the mic in his hand, right? That wouldn't be good. But I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him for sure. There's no doubt. I'm blessing Hubie because I'm gonna miss him. He really was a great announcer, and it wasn't like. There's guys like, when the other day on Roommates, they were talking about Mike Breen with bang, that always sends chills down my spine when he says bang like that. First time I heard him do it was on the radio. Back in the 90s, he used to do the radio Knicks. I think it was for ESPN, but it was when I would hear him say Starks for three, it bang, and I was like, yeah, I'd be in the car just going crazy. But so they're guys that have like that phraseology that get you excited. But then there's guys that know the game, man, and you're just listening to them and you're learning the game of NBA basketball. Yeah. So, all right, Yuri Ark, enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the fam. Y'all enjoy it. Enjoy. Just period. Enjoy it. Be at peace and enjoy it, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna miss Yuri, bro. I know he's got to call it quits at some point, but I'm gonna miss him, man. He really taught me a lot about that. Without me ever meeting this guy, just listening to him call a game, I learned so much over the years. And listening to him when he coached the Knicks and he coached Bernard King. Nah. There are very few people that know the game like him. Very few. Now, I didn't see Angel yesterday. I was so mad at the game. I wasn't even paying attention to the Babes, man. I was so mad watching our Knicks play yesterday. But, yeah. So, anywho. Yeah, we didn't have OG, and they didn't have, we should have won that game, man, period. If we didn't win the game, we should have come out with more energy, more fight than they did yesterday. I don't like when our team gets punked like that. And that's the first time I've seen them get punked like that this year. They got punked, man. Cat got punked. That's the first time this year he looked soft. Prior to now, he didn't look soft at all. Cat was looking like a grown-ass man. He was playing off of that OG game energy. But last night, he was soft. And McCall looked exasperated. There was nothing he could do with Tatum. Tatum was just victimizing him like a victim, man. He could say, man, call the police, man. You being victimized. This cat, he fits the description. He's the perpetrator, victimizing you, man. Shoot. Dad. Castle King, what's up? Yeah. Jay Supreme, they better be thinking about how they're going to beat Boston. They better be thinking about that. They better, and you know what? Like I said, I was disappointed. It looked to me like the Celtics had watched film and they were prepared based on what they saw, that they looked at the scouting report and they were prepared based on what they saw. It looked like they were prepared to come out the ball yesterday. The Knicks looked like they played the second night of a back-to-back, didn't look at any film, didn't look at any scouting report, just came out to play. That's what it looked like. And that's what made me mad. Because, y'all had 4 days off, man. Y'all should have been prepared. Did you not know that Tatum was going to take a lot of three-pointers? Did you not know he was the main guy? Come on. Dang. I was like, oh, nah, it wasn't a thumb injury. Because since he was aggressive, even after the thumb injury, he was aggressive. What game was this? The game before? Didn't he have a big game the game before this? What did he play? He just had a big game. The thumb injury ain't slowing him down, man. When they play Houston, let me see Houston here. No, not Houston, but even Houston. Let me see what did he do against Houston. Against Houston, Towns had 22 points, 9 boards, right, against Houston. And then the last game they played Toronto. Towns had 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds. He ate Jacob Poeltl for lunch. He had 20 boards, man. He had 27 points and 20 boards. No, I'm not hearing the thumb thing. No, I could see maybe because he was almost scratched because of the knee. Maybe his knee was hurt. Fine. I'm not hearing no thumb thing, man. You come out there to play, you better be ready to play. Okay. Yeah, no, you got to be ready to play, period. Otherwise, sit your ass down. Just sit. Okay. If you can't play, you can't. If you're going to get punked, sit. If you're going to get punked out there, sit. That's all I'm saying. Just say, oh, my knee is messed up today. I'm not available. Sit. Okay. Yeah. Well, the Celtics should be confident, right? In fact, I think it would be our advantage. I know it sounds crazy. If they were overconfident, let them be overconfident. I think it'd be to our advantage if they got a little overconfident. So let them do that. Okay, let them do that. And we got the 23rd of February. So let's see what happens. I want to see what happens the 23rd of February. They better come out with a better energy. They better come out ready to play. They better act like they looked at some scouting report. And you know who told me that? Speaking of that, it was Hubie Brown and Clyde Frazier. Clyde Frazier was sometimes in the course of a game say, what is he doing? That was asinine. Did he not look at the scouting report? And I was like, see, they get scouting reports. They should look at them and to know what they're doing. And Tibbs expects everybody in his rotation to know everybody in the other guy's rotation, what their tendencies are. I expect you to look at the scouting report. Okay? The Knicks acted like they never played Celtics before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the Knicks, hey, listen, hopefully the Knicks learned their lesson yesterday. Hopefully they did. You know, it's going to be on, that's for sure. The Celtics played elite defense yesterday. There's no doubt about that. And you got to give Ime, the player, you know, his props. I mean, I like this cat, Joe Masoli. He's good too, but the player had them playing deep. When the player Swirl came, he had them playing defense, man. He did. And look what the player doing. The Swirl man down there in Houston, and they playing defense. I don't think that's no coincidence either. Okay. Yeah, so we'll see. Hoping they'll be ready. Now, look, immediately, the immediate problem is the Indiana Pacers on Tuesday night. This is our immediate problem. Yeah, Ime, the player that swirls, the player with the swirl and the swag. Ime Udoka, the swirl and the swag. He had him playing some defense, man, and they've been playing D ever since. So, you know, it's like he made a stroker with the swirl and the swag. Talking about rock the bells. Yeah, man. So I didn't even want to watch what the Celtics had to say. I ain't care, man. Got a kid. Triple C. Instead of Udoka, Ipoka. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. All right, but you know, like I said, he can't be doing that mess in H-Town because somebody will plug him up down there, so he can't do it. Yeah, exactly. You can't be pulling that in H-Town. Them brothers down there don't play that. No, you can't be playing that in H-Town. They'll plug you up. So, nah, you can't do that. But, y'all made me lose my train of thought. So, look. All I'm saying is the next order of business is the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are our next, and I don't even want to look at their record. I don't care. The Knicks better be prepared to play Indiana. And if Cat is hurt, sit down. Sit down and let pressure start. And then bring Hoop Party off the bench. Michael Drake, they're hyping him up because he's getting $200 million. That has something to do with it. He's getting $200 million. That's why he's getting hyped up. The young man has made his bank, man. He has gotten his bag. 200 million reasons why they're going to prop him up. And you know, as much as he's an annoying twit, he really does play with a little swag, and he got a little, you know, he got a lot of mouth to him, you know. So that's why. And he's still young. How old is this boy? How old is he? Let me see. Halliburton, 25, 24. So he's not even reaching his prime yet. But he ain't doing it. He's young, man. Yo, he's got talent. You know, you may not like him. I don't like him either, but he got talent. You got to admit, boy, he got talent. You know, he's only 24 years old. Wait till he's 26. He's going to be something else. He's going to be good, man. So, yeah, but that's why. And this is the thing. The NBA makes money by creating quote unquote stars. Whether they're legit stars or not, that's how they make money. So they make money creating stars. It's a star-driven league. They'll tell you that. And so I don't like that, but I understand it. They've been doing it since Magic and Bird came in the league, and then Michael Jordan came after them. So they create stars, and then they get the people to buy items based on their favorite star, right? Whether it's the sneakers, the jersey, whatever it is. Say Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's jerseys all over the place, right? No matter where you go, a whole bunch of people in the stadium have Jalen Brunson jerseys. That's why they create stars. Yeah, they rescinded the trade because Mark Williams failed the physical. Damn, he failed the physical. Damaged goods, man. I was wondering why they drafted him. I think he went to Duke. And I was wondering why he didn't take over like the starting 5 spot earlier. I know he was hurt a lot, but now we know he could be an Anthony Ambulance scholarship candidate. You know, he could be an Anthony Ambulance University scholarship candidate because he failed the physical, man. You know, he failed the physical. Damn. Speaking of Anthony Ambulance, I think he's out already. I think he's unavailable for Dallas right now, if I'm not mistaken. Did he not hurt himself in his first game there? Let me just make sure. Did I got that right? Did he hurt himself? Yes, he's day-to-day. What was the latest thing? Was it a hangnail? Was it a crooked hair in his behind? What is it? He had a groin and quadriceps injuries. Nothing serious, but he's day-to-day. Oh, my gosh, man. That's why I like Tibbs. You could be as talented as you want, but you best be available. If you ain't available, Cam Reddish, you can leave. Frank Ntilikina, bye. If you ain't available, bye. Yes, he's in his limousine. It's white limousine with a red stripe, and it's got sirens on it. That's Anthony Ambulance in limo pulling up to the stadium. Yeah, I'm trying to say, man. Nah, Cam got traded to Charlotte, but that trade was rescinded, right? So they brought him back. Exactly. Somebody had put some sort of thing with what 2 players was it? And I was like, why you put them 2 guys up there? They're gonna be in street clothes. You should put them in street clothes. They're gonna be in street clothes most of the time anyway. No, I didn't know Email part. Was he really part of the Diddy Club? I didn't know that. See, I don't know that. And I didn't even know that. Was he in the Diddy messing with Twitty? Was he? Oh my gosh. I hope my girls wasn't in there. My girl, his ex, my girl Chocolate Candy. I hope she wasn't in there. The Diddy party, Diddy bitties, Diddy messing with the little bitties in the Twitties. Nia, yeah, I hope Nia wasn't part of that mess, man. Yeah. Now I'm talking about Nia Long, not. I'm talking about Ime's ex. Bad enough he swirled on her. I hope she wasn't part of that Diddy mess. My girl. There's some fine sisters out there, man. Dang. There's some fine sisters out there. Dang. I don't know nothing about their head, but there's some fine sisters out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Monica, Sherrod, there's some fine sisters out there. That's all I'm gonna say, man. They're gone, man. I like Rebecca Harlow, but I wouldn't call her hot. Obviously, she hot to Wally. Go on, do you, boo? Obviously, she hot to Wally. I like Rebecca Harlow's swag. She got swag now. I ain't gonna front. Rebecca Harlow got swag. When she shows up, she got that New York swag going. That's what I liked about her. But hot, I wouldn't call her exactly hot now. Now, let me not say, you know what though, Angela, let's not say, I mean, maybe that's Andrew Abraham's speed. That's his thing. If that's what, hey, everybody, what my wife is always saying, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's it. Maybe somebody thinks she's hot, Not exactly myself, but I'm saying. There's people I'm just glad that at my age I could look at a woman and for what she is. Like I love Doris Burke, but she is not attractive to me. I love her announcing. I like what she can speak. I like that. But some people, could just pose and park, and they ain't got to say nothing. We good. They ain't got to say nothing. Like that babe that they had on there on the roommate show with Jalen and Josh. Forgot her name, but she could just sit there. She don't got to say nothing. Yeah. Taylor could just pose, just sit there and pose. You ain't got to say nothing. We good. Just you could be the view. That's cool. Oh man. And then there's some people that got both, like Monica. Monica McNutt, she knows basketball. She can analyze the game, and she fun. Got the whole package. She knows basketball. She can analyze the game, and she good looking too. She got everything. Not everybody could be that blessed though, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not everybody's that blessed though. Monica got the whole package. She knows she got the whole game going. Actually, I heard Richard Jefferson praise the Knicks. I couldn't believe I was listening to him. I said, "Am I lost my mind? Is that Richard Jefferson praising the Knicks?" And he was. I was like, "Dang!" I couldn't believe that was RJ praising the Knicks. Yes, he was. I said, "Man, let me turn it off while he's on a high note before he start messing myself." That's what I'm saying. So he started messing my head up with some foolishness. Oh gosh. Oh, anyway. Well, the next order of business is the Indiana Pacers. We gotta take advantage of this because the next night is back at the Garden against the Leprechaun and them. That ain't gonna be easy. Even though the Leprechaun and them made some serious changes, man. I mean, they got George Niang and LeVert, but they gave up a lot, man. Giving up. I hope they got some picks for that, but they gave up my man DeAndre Hunter. So they got Terrence Mann from they got Terrence Mann. He's a good player. He's out of Florida State. They got Terrence Mann from the Clippers. They got Young Daniels, Richard Zachary Richard, and Niang and Onyeka Okongwu. And then they got Karis LeVert, Terrence Mann, and some dude Vic Krejci. That's their bench. Yeah. I know, man. I mean, Hunter could ball. He was, man, I don't know. Yeah, Zachary, Triple C. I think I finally figured out how to say his name. I got it down to pat now. Zachary Richard. No, bro, I've been hearing a lot about St. John's. I know they beat UConn the other day. I could hear that halfway across the world, but I haven't seen them. I am going to watch a game eventually. I don't even know what channel they play on where I live. I got to see. It looks like OG is listed state of mind as day to day, which means they're going to probably sit him until after the break. He's listed as day to day. Yeah. You think they'll be in the top 10 in this league? Oh, they doing real good then, huh? She said they should be in the top 10 this week. Dang, okay. St. John's, the Bonnies, the Johnnies are back. Man, I miss calling them the Redmen though. Y'all see what I'm saying? What they call the Red Storm now? Damn. That's losing something. It's like the Redskins being called the Commanders. Like, damn, I know, man. Damn. But they the Redskins. Shoot. But whatever. But I want to see when's their next game. Let me ask y'all a question. It's been a minute since I've been. Is St. John's still in the Big East? Yes, they are. The Red Storm is 12-1. They're in the Big East. Who they play next? Who do they play next? I'm gonna see a game. I want to see what this fool is doing over there. They play Villanova on Wednesday at 6:00. All right, I'm gonna see if I can see that. That's one of the things I miss about being in New York. I used to catch the St. John's games on Channel 9, WORTV Channel 9. Can't do that no more. So they play Nova on Wednesday night. Yeah, why are you gonna call them the Red Storm? They call the Red Men, sure. And then the Commanders. I ain't heard no Indians complaining about Redskins. What the hell is that? Sure. And did I think they changed the Cleveland Indians? Did they change the Indians' name to Cleveland? Did they change the Cleveland Indians' name to something else? I was like, dang, man, why y'all messing with man, it's all good. Shoot. What's the They're called the Guardians, Miss Lee? Oh my God. The Cleveland Guardians? Is that what they're called? Oh my gosh. Oh, yo, that's crazy. The Guardians, that's what they call it? Damn. The Cleveland Indians are called the Cleveland Guardians. Man. Yeah, they should change it back. What's wrong? What's wrong with Redskins anyway? Shit. I mean, I don't see nothing that's better than that. It's wokeness. Yeah, you right, Sam Rios. That's the sad thing. I don't want to get into politics, but I can't stand the orange fool that's president. But I gotta agree with him on some things. That woke mess is out of control, man. It's out of control. So now you can't call them the Redskins. You gotta call them the Commander. You can't call them the Cleveland Indians. You gotta call them the Guardian. You can't call St. John's the Red Men. You gotta call them the Red Storm. Wait, Walter King, what you talking about? Malik Sealy died? What are you talking about? How you gonna cause me to look this up? Oh, he died a while ago. I didn't even know that. Malik Sealy died a while ago. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. See, I don't follow all these cats 24/7, but yeah, he died 20 years ago, Malik Sealy. I didn't know that. I know he's from St. John. Malik. That was a St. John's boy right there. Yeah, Malik Sealy, man. I didn't know that. Oh, it was a car accident? I didn't even know that. He was young, though. He died. He was only 30 years old, poor kid, man. He was only 30 years old. Shoot. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, he was killed in Minnesota on in a car accident from Kevin Garnett's birthday party. Damn, that's terrible, man. Oh yeah, Shelton Jones, Walter Berry. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I remember them. Oh yeah, the Hawk. Not Connie Hawkins either. There was another dude from St. John's called the Hawk. Yep. Yep. Willie Glass. Yep. Yep. Wasn't Weddington from St. John's that played for the Chicago Bulls? Of course, it's Chris Mullin. All them cats was bad, man. Yeah. Yep. Well, looks like our boy Patino bringing it back now. Patino bringing it back. You know, that's speaking of that. My man should have played for Patino for at least a year or two. Marbury's cousin. He should have played. He'd have been better if he'd have stuck with Patino. He was supposed to go to Louisville, and he decided to go to the league right away. He should have stayed 1 year and played for Patino. I think he'd have been all right. Yeah, Sebastian Telfair. He should have stuck 1 year and played for Patino, and he'd probably been better off. Same with Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox should have stayed at Kentucky at least another year, maybe two, and he'd have been better off. Sometimes you can mess your own development up, you know. And I know I understand getting the money, but damn, he could have been a better player. It might have lasted longer, you know. So Magic, you heard what Magic said. His father, they said that they wanted him to come out after his freshman year for $250,000. His father said, "No, you ain't coming out. You could be broke one more year." Good thing he did too. And he said his family was struggling, but his father said, "Nope, you wait one more year." Actually, I wanted Keon to go to Florida State, but that was before I didn't know Hamilton was quitting. I wanted to see Keon at Florida State because Dago Hamilton coaches some defense, man. But he going where his daddy went. Yeah. Cleveland that was a great move. But I'm a Knicks fan, so my La Flocka Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I'm not flock of Cleveland. They're gonna have to do to us what Boston did. Yeah, Sebastian Telfair. We've been talking about it all afternoon, Kevin. Kevin, how I feel about last night. Look, they got their ass kicked. Cat got punked. You know, McCall's curled up in the fetal position after Tatum finished dogging him out with no Vaseline. They got dogged. Hart got dogged. They all got punked out. The only guy that didn't get punked was Deuce, and Brunson. That's it. Deuce and Brunson. Everybody else got punked. Payne did play some good ball though, right? Cameron Payne did all right too. I got it. Cameron Payne was playing ball too. He always comes out with crazy energy. That dude. Hopefully Mitch Roberts back real soon, man. We need him, man. We need him. We need him back sooner rather than later. Shoot. They're going. What's his name? Luke Cornett punking us, man. Luke Cornett. Oh. That's the thing that killed me. Luke Cornett. Yeah, Payne, I think they gave him 9 minutes. I think he played 9 minutes yesterday. I want to say it was 9 minutes he played yesterday. But, yeah, Tubbs was putting on the Deuce energy, hoping for some defense, but it didn't help, man. Shoot. Yeah, they say he's targeting a date before next month, so I'm hoping he's targeting February 23rd in Boston. That's what I'm hoping. He's running now, so I'm hoping he's back for February 23rd, 2 weeks against Boston. Bring that. Well, no, but again, don't get carried away, man. See, people got agendas. Probably nobody you've always thought that Mitch should start with Cat. And now you got your excuse to say he should always be with Cat. No, I still think Mitch Roberts should be in the second unit. Cat just can't come out like some, like some kitty cat. He can't come out like some kitty cat. He got to come out like a lion. He can't come out like a little kitty cat. Get done up like that. Yeah. Yeah, you got to come off the bench. Let Mitch Roberts come off the bench, and he'll change the game from there. We'll be all right. Yes, so what? You counting Holly? It's twice. Yes, so what? There's 82 games in the season. Celtics beat us twice. They're the defending champions. They're a better team. Can we move on now? What, you want to vent? You want to vent? Okay. I ain't got the couch. And I ain't got the cheese. As far as I know, Oprah got the couch. Dr. Phil got the couch. You got to go to the deli for the cheese. As far as I know. Boston did. You could tell they scouted the Knicks. They definitely scouted the Knicks. They definitely had a game plan. They definitely came out with energy. They came out ready to play. Yeah, I didn't know that, Gopher. I hadn't. See, I don't follow everybody and watch them all the time. I watch guys that are playing now, but I didn't know Malik died like that. The year 2000, too, man. Shoot. The year 2000 was a rough year for me. But, yeah, that's what I heard. I just read it. He died out in Minnesota. Yeah, no casting couches, Ms. Lee. I thought actually they lost the casting couch when what's his name? Jello Pudding dude got busted up doing all that mess. Bill Cosby. I thought they lost the casting couch for him. It's funny. I have a friend that was in that industry, and she told me about Bill Cosby in the 80s. She said, you don't want to go in no room by yourself with Bill Cosby. I said, what? She said, no, you don't. I said, Jello Pudding, Bill Cosby? She said, he ain't no Jello Pudding. See, he putting his hands on everything that move. I said, get out of here. She was telling me back in the 80s, man. No, I heard Cat say that him and Mitch would make a good lineup. That does not mean Cat's going to start with Mitch. Can we stop getting carried away? Can we? Can we be more realistic? Can we really look at this in a more you know, balanced way. Exactly. He was putting the chocolate jello pudding pop. But he didn't have to put it. And he was swirling. And he got busted. Oh, they put his old ass in jail. You thought you got over? You messed with the wrong people, just like Pitty Diddy did. Your britches got too big for you, boy. You're still a slave. We still control you. You can't just come out your face any kind of way. You still a slave. Oh, man. Irv Gotti? You mean John? Somebody related to John Gotti? Yeah, man. Now, that's what happened to Biddy Diddy. You wouldn't hear nothing about Biddy Diddy if he didn't step out of line. He stepped out of line, man. Stepped out of line. Then everything came falling down. They letting you know we still control you. You still a slave. Any entertainer, I don't care what he is, he's controlled. Or she. If they're entertainment, they're controlled. You know. Yo. I just thought of him as Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids and Jello Pudding and I Spy and Uptown Saturday Night. He was the dude, man. I did not know all of that other stuff until my girl told me. She's just a friend of ours, but she used to be a singer, and she said, "Oh, you don't want to be in no casting couch with Bill Cosby." She said he tried his hands all over me, man. I said, "Get out of here." With that fine wife he got, she said he is something else. I was like, "Dang, yeah, right." I ain't worried about Cleveland yet, but you know what? We gotta respect them, right? Though, Guilford, because we just got our ass handed to us. So we gotta have respect, man. Don't come out with no respect for nobody, because as you saw, Jalen Brunson. I'm telling you, don't bet against him. I'm telling you, yeah, he's gonna have something to say. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, exactly. Betty Diddy, the MD 2020 crew. That's right. Oh man, nah, man. If you in entertainment, you are controlled, and it's especially if you ain't never heard of a dude like Epstein. Who the hell heard of Epstein? Then all of a sudden Epstein start coming out with all this info. Then Epstein did, but and then all of a sudden your boy, the stand-up dude that's dressed in the skirt from Living Color, he won the Oscar, the Django Unchained or something. That dude I don't know, all of a sudden he almost was died, and all of a sudden he came back. I don't care what they say. You start messing around with the wrong people. And I think part of his problem was he was swirling with Tom Cruise's ex piece. And they wasn't having that. Don't be swirling with the wrong one. You're still a slave. Don't forget that. Yeah, Jamie Foxx, you're still a slave. Don't forget that. Don't be swirling with it. Can't mess with that piece. I don't care if it's ex. You're messing around. I want to teach you a lesson. Don't be swirling with the wrong one, bro. Nah, man. So, Indiana, Tuesday night. Indiana, Tuesday night. We got to get this dub. We got to get this dub, y'all. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good basketball week. I mean, with Villanova playing St. John's on Wednesday, the Knicks playing the Leprechaun in them on Wednesday. The Knicks game is at 7:30, and St. John's game is at 6. So you can catch both games. I'm going to be doing my Bible study probably at 6 something. But that's good. You got both games on. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with, all them people, man. Don't mess with their stuff. That's their stuff, man. Yeah, it should be a good basketball week, though. So the Knicks, and then, they got the All-Star game coming up. And then, I don't really get into the All-Star game, honestly. But I'm looking for nobody to get hurt. And I'm looking to see Mitch Rob after the All-Star break. Give me Mitch Rob back and we'll be good, man. Let's get these dubs piled up. That's all I'm saying. Get these dubs piled up. Okay, starting with Indiana. Yeah, man, he started swirling with Tom Cruise Scientology ex, man. You delving into deep darkness right there. Boy, you better step back. You ain't that big yet. Yeah, so we'll see. I am I'm going to be excited to see Mitch with Cap, but I want to see, I want to see what Guilford you talking about. I want to see Mitch with OG. I want to see Mitch, Deuce, Precious, OG. Oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. Give me them. Give me them. Yeah, give me them. Mitch, Deuce, Precious, OG. Then you could throw in Josh Hart if you want. You could throw in whoever you want. But let's get that done. I would love to see that. That's going to be a real good unit right there. Real good unit. Real good unit, man. So, anywho, let me get ready. I just had my dinner already. I'm going to chill with the wife. Y'all enjoy the game. I really don't watch the Super Bowl, but that's just me. I know I'm crazy, but that's just me. I kind of march to my own drum. I'm just going to sit down with my wife, have some wine, and watch a movie, man. And we're going to chill. And I'm going to try to get over this loss from last night. I was mad about that. I'm sure all of y'all was too. I was pissed all night. I was like, I can't believe they got punked like that, man. Anyway, please though, enjoy your game. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver. Don't walk in somebody's house you don't know and drink something. There could be some pill in it, especially you sisters. You know how some of these people are, right? So be careful. All right? Be careful. Miss Lee, Miss Edwards, Miss Stevenson, be careful out there. Whatever y'all doing, stay with people that love you, that you know. Be safe. Enjoy your game. We'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit, going over things of the Knicks in the world. Shalom.